Well, folks, after the big fourth, now you're going to get all kinds of rhetoric. Now you're going to get all the bullshit. Got to come on you. And they're going to lay it on thick. Going to tell you how the economy's going down the shitter and the banks are down the shitter and we're going to end up in a war. I mean, the whole 9 yards is coming now. Oh, yeah. We're going to be bombarded every single day with this crap. And the fact of the matter is they ain't wrong. Okay? They're not wrong. It's just when's it going to happen? You know, the fact of the matter is real simple. You got to ask yourself a question. It's a simple question. Are you going to be a slave? And I mean slave that get on the bus, do this, do that, go here, go there. I mean, are you going to be a slave? You're already a slave, okay? With some assembly of what you can and can't do. But not a total slave. So you got to ask yourself, are you going to live like that? You allow your children to live like that? Your friends? That's all you got to do. And then the answer after that's simple. What you do after that answer is simple. You see, you put these people in charge of things for you, to take care of things for you. You elect them, let's go into office, do what's best for the country and the people. No, but that's not what they did. Satan got involved, and he always has been involved. See, what's going on right now is not by accident. It's always was going to happen. Always. It's prophesied in the Bible what's going to happen. You're fighting municipalities, the devil, Satan, the lawless one. All kinds of words and descriptions and things, but you know where it's all coming from. And you know who the no good son of a bitches are that has an allegiance with him. I did a little short the other day about the Black Swan, and the Black Swan was the elitist, Satan, whatever you want to say. They wanted Biden to be in there. So he'd do their bidding. And he'd do it. I mean, look at the guy over his career. Always been kind of a smartass. Cocky son of a bitch. But that's beside the point. Now, he doesn't even know who he is, where he was, he doesn't know what room he's in. That's what they didn't count on. They didn't count on this guy losing his mind. Now they got a problem. How do we fix this? Who do we put back? And how do we do this? You know, do we remove him from office to keep him there as long as we can? They're not sure exactly what their next move is. They know what they'd like to do, but they're not sure about it. And you're dealing with countries like Russia, that, and other countries too, but especially Russia, and if in my opinion, has exercise great restraint. You see, you can't just look at Russia and go, oh, bad. No, you can't do that. That's a moron. That's a fool. Okay? You got to look at it like, if I was in those shoes and you were pulling that crap with me, what would you do? If you're in Putin's shoes and NATO, the U.S., and all these guys are ganging up on you, pulling this bullshit with you, so on and so forth, what would you do? You know damn well what you do. What you're going to have to do to protect yourself from what's coming. It's the same thing. You see, the banks, the whole system's criminal. There ain't a system left that's not criminal. There ain't a system out there that doesn't have your number. Doesn't leave you a lot of choice, does it? Now, God, that's a whole other story. God's in charge of it all. God can stop anything he wants to before it even starts. Even after it starts, he can stop it and restore everything the way it was. Because he's God. But we, being wicked like we are, have to go through some horseshit to get there. We gotta go through hell to get there. There has to be people that can stand up and say, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yep, I was there. It was bad. The reason all this happened was blah, blah, blah. I have to have somebody that can remind the younger generations of why this happened. Somebody to watch the history. Protect the books. That they don't get defiled and lied and about this and that. So yeah, you could sit back and become a slave and let them do whatever they want to do to you, and they don't have the right to. They never had the right in the first place. Okay. The whole system's been a fraud from day one. They're going to say this and they're going to say that, and they're a bunch of liars is what they are. You know, the biggest thing you can come up with is when you committed a fraud upon the people or a fraud upon anyone and done with criminal intent and so on and so forth, you're not supposed to profit from that whatsoever. Matter of fact, you should be sitting in jail. And that's the fact of the matter. They shouldn't be profiting from any of this. And they should be sitting in jail. And you need to be made whole from the lies and the deceit. But they're going to switch it all around just like they always do. They're going to say this and they're going to say that and blah, blah, blah. This is going to be a little different for them. You see, when all real hell breaks loose and it affects the masses, and I mean it affects their children, the whole 9 yards. You got little kids standing there hungry because you can't go to the grocery store, you don't have any fuel, the electricity, Gonna be some desperate people out there. Well, of course, what are they going to do? Oh, we got your back. Here's some food for you. Here's this, here's that. Here, get on the bus and we'll take you over here and we'll take you over there. We'll make sure you get 3 squares a day and so on and so forth. They'll try. And there'll be a lot of people that do it. There'll be a lot of people that won't, because they're going to be damn angry and mad. And by all rights, they should be. That's what you get. That's what you get for just taking your eye off the ball. Our founding fathers knew it. But they didn't want to teach that in school. But then the books are out there. It's out there on the computer. Hell, you could probably get it on your phone and click a button and put it in the speakers of your car and drive down the road and listen to what the hell the forefathers said and the articles of the Federation and blah, blah, blah. So, and you could have just drove down the road listening to it. But you want to watch your football games like they did in their sports games like they did in Rome, the circuses, coliseums. They would give you a free loaf of bread too. Run around on your little four-wheelers and UTVs and all the other crap that costs more than a damn truck or a car. You kind of dropped the ball. But that's neither here nor there. It's kind of to the point now, it doesn't really matter, does it? What matters is what you do from this point forward. That's what really matters right now. That means you got to get together with like-minded people. And you got to figure out a game plan to protect yourselves. That's what it comes down to now. You got to protect yourself. Because what's coming, a lot of you are going to die. A lot of you are going to die right away. Some of you are going to die a little slower. But look at it this way. You died with your boots on. You died standing up, erect. Get in and go quietly into the night. And who knows what that outcome will be. As far as I know, this country is not mentioned in the latter days. Yellowstone, does that Yellowstone erupt and take us out? A meteor come down, hit, and take us out? How about a meteor comes down and erupts Yellowstone? And all the earthquakes and the country just busted all up into little no good pieces. And you got little factions here and there in the country because it's just so busted up. And the infrastructure's gone. We got our own problems, and we ain't going anywhere. Funny thing is this. Think about it for 2 seconds. The elitist and the government, and so on and so forth, go on, they build these bunkers underground, right? They're going to go underground, but we're going to be saved. We're going to go underground, all right? What happens if Yellowstone lets loose and earthquakes bust up the place and a meteor hits or something? What do you think happens to that bunker of yours? What do you think happens to those underground tunnels? Think they'll fill up with water possibly, or worse? Or gases? Or lava? Or who the hell knows? Maybe they'll just be buried. There's no way you're ever going to get out. Maybe your systems will be that keep you alive in there will malfunction. You just went to your death. That'd be kind of a justice. God would be God's justice to them, wouldn't it? It's like, well, you look what you did to these people, and I'm not going to let you off the hook so easy. Like I said, it's up to you what you do. When you got to make a decision, your mind, you have to have a particular mindset. That's most of it. But the truth is, it's a sad, sad thing that it has to come to this. It did not have to come to this. Not at all. Came to this because of the greed and the envy and everything else the devil's inclined to do and what he stands for. So folks, the force over. It's always prudent to have some extra supplies. Like I said, doesn't hurt. You know, you could have 1,000 gallon of gasoline, 1,000 gallon of diesel, 2,000. It doesn't matter. It ain't gonna last long. And plus, you're a target. You're better off taking that tank, flipping it upside down, dragging it out to the lane, and let everybody see it's empty. There ain't nothing in it. That's what you're better off doing. You think, oh, I got my solar panels. Kick the lights on at night and see how long you last. Oh, I got a generator. Kick the generator on, let everybody listen to it and see how long you last. Listen, I told you, whatever monetary system they come up with is not going to resemble this whatsoever. Your stock markets, your bonds, your Social Security will not resemble anything that's going on today. It'll be a total different system. Okay? And these guys are still sitting back in the Stone Age going, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. And as we go forward, it's not going to be the same system, morons. Get it through your thick fucking skull. That's the strongest word I know. If you come up with a stronger word, you just let me know. You see, people are listening to these assholes and their rhetoric. That pisses me off. You see, this what we're coming into isn't going to be civilized whatsoever. Men are going to become animals. Like a damn... Animals will be more human than men. That's where we're headed. We're headed to a world of survival. Literal survival. Men will become fierce. It says so in the Bible. They will be fierce. All because of some greedy sons of bitches. They wanted some debt notes. Wanted some gold. Wanted some silver. Wanted this, wanted that. Wanted to conquer the world. Where they're going, there ain't going to be no conquering except of them for eternity. And they ain't going to like it. They're going to want the door out. There ain't no door out. Once you're there, you're there. Remember that. That's why I keep saying, get right with God, repent. Pray to God. Pray for his armor. Pray for his protection. Pray for everything. Ask his angels and the Holy Spirit. Be right with God. God is not against you protecting yourself. The Bible's full of things like that. You have a right to protect yourself and your family and your loved ones. And these evil son of a bitches come against you, they're not coming against just you. They're coming against the Almighty, the creator of the universe. What are they going to... What are they going to win? Nothing. Best thing they can do is don't even try. Because where they're headed, they ain't going to like. And like I said, there's no exit, there's no outdoor. And you got crazies out there that are welcoming this, like, oh, I can't wait. You're a fucking lunatic. Nobody in their right mind wants what's coming. No one. No one wants this. I don't. I'd rather have men and get along with fellow men, be honest, and treat you right. Like, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Treat thy neighbor as thyself. But we got to go through this to get to that point, don't we? Got to go through hell to get to the good. So be it. Be strong. Ask for God's strength and His protection. Get your mind right. They're going to want to come in and just take your stuff. You got a choice to make. Like I keep saying, there's strength in numbers. You're better off. So folks, I mean, I don't mean to be a downer here, but this isn't your fault. It is because you took your eye off the ball. They said, hey, go out and have fun. We got this, as they robbed you blind. That's what they did. You trusted them, and that was your first mistake. You can't trust the devil. Don't make the same mistake. Don't trust him anymore. Trust God. But don't trust in the devil. You found out the hard way. So, you gotta stand up for yourself. I don't believe God will hold that against you one bit. He wants you to survive. He wants you to prosper. If you have to protect yourself, you have to do that. Don't listen to their bullshit. Don't listen to their rhetoric. They're just a bunch of evil, no good sons of bitches. If their lips are moving, they're lying. Like I said, it pisses me off that it even gets to this point. But it's God's decision. He told you what was going to happen. So don't be gullible and stupid and listen to their bullshit rhetoric. I could go on and on, but I'm not going to. You got my point. I think you understand what I'm saying. So, folks, always, always look to God for your answers. Don't look, don't look at people like me for your answers. God's God knows that. He's wise. He created the universe. He knows everything there is to know. Rely on Him. All right? There's a lot of people out there telling you do this, do this, do this, do that. Maybe that's what works for them. Don't know your circumstances. Hopefully you'll come through this. And hopefully on the other end of it all we'll all laugh in paradise. That'll be a glorious day, won't it? That's the most important thing. Where you're going to end up. These people, they've sold their soul. I mean, for anybody in the government to allow what's happened. I mean, there are people in the government, don't get me wrong, there are good people that have said that have been opposed to what's going on and have tried to fix it and so on and so forth, but there ain't enough of them. They get run roughshod over and a whole bunch of other things. So not everybody's bad. Don't get me wrong. But you see, you got city governments doing the same thing to you, and county governments, and state. It's like these people are inherently wicked and evil. Not all of them are bad, though. Okay? Because that's what the problem is. States are set to be independent. We're supposed to have, well, we got 50 states. More because we own other places, that we haven't declared states, but we own the country or the islands and whatever. But all I want to point out here is with this is there's supposed to be 50 independent governments, okay, that were run by the people of those states. But they didn't want to listen either. They want to run roughshod over you and a whole bunch of other stuff too. And a lot of things they say and so forth and this and that and they do is illegal also. Okay? And the biggest thing they always forget with the 10th Amendment is what? Oh, that's right. Or to the people. That's you. You're the people. All government answers to the people. And all people and all government and everything in the whole world, past, present, and future, answers to, oh, that's right, to God. So we all answer to God. Ain't no way around it. We all answer to God. So, folks, don't be in a big rush. Don't be in a big hurry for things. That's usually how you get hurt. That's how catastrophe falls upon us, is when we get in a big hurry and greedy and we got to do this, well, we got to do that, we got to take care of ourselves. You know what? Slow down. There's no date written in the book yet. It's still holding together for the most part. Not for everyone, but kind to one another. Say hi. Say hello. You're standing in line. There's nothing wrong with turning around to the person behind you and say, hey, how you doing, buddy? Person in front of you, there's nothing wrong with saying how you doing. People walk across parking lots, stores all the time. Nothing wrong with saying hi to them. Nothing wrong with holding the door for somebody. Nothing wrong with getting something off a top shelf or a bottom shelf for somebody that's short or somebody old. Or somebody in a wheelchair. This is what we're here for. We're here to help one another. Eureka. Huh. Ain't that a concept? The thing of it is this government, you're here for them. You're here to be pilfered from, lied to, and the whole gambit. You're here to be plundered. You are a commodity. So, I could keep going on and on. But you follow what I'm saying. And I'll repeat it, and I'll repeat it, and I'll repeat it. This is none of your doing. Yes, you dropped the ball by not paying attention. But even if you would have paid attention, would the outcome really be the same? Would you have slowed it down a little bit? Would they have pulled what Hitler did? Reichstag or, I don't know, the brown shirts. Would they have pulled something like that? You see, this is what I'm saying. This is already prophesized. But what they've done is downright absolutely evil and wicked to you. Not your fault. Not your fault. What's yours is yours. If they say, oh, you ain't paid for it, go screw yourself. Paid for it with what? With what? It ain't money, people. It's notes. Do you know what money is? Constitutional money. Gold and silver. It's written right there. Gold and silver. Have you paid in gold and silver? No. Did they give you gold and silver? No. Was it paid for? No. Was it lied and cheated and everything from you? Yes. I go on and on. But keep praying for these bastards. I know I shouldn't call them that, but keep praying. Maybe at the very last minute it'll dawn on them. Don't know.